If piano sight reading feels overwhelming to you, if secretly you really wish you could just open up the piano sheet music and bring that favorite song to life on the spot so it just flows out, but when you look at a page of sheet music, you feel overwhelmed, a little intimidated, like you freeze up, oh my gosh, look at all the stuff that I have to do. This is the mindset shift that can make a huge difference for you moving forward. You don't have to get good at reading all this stuff. In the same way that when you were learning how to read words, you didn't flip through all the pages and think, oh my gosh, look at all these words I have to read. No, you went one word at a time. So what's the equivalent in music? One measure at a time. I love iPads where you can have the sheet music open and you can zoom in on just one measure, because that way you can zoom huge on your iPad, one measure, while you're seated there at your piano, right? And just ask yourself these two questions. How is it going to feel in my fingertips to read through this measure without looking down at my hands, right? In other words, if you see a D, for example, then don't think to yourself, well, that's a D, and leave it at that. Actually ask yourself, what would that feel like in my fingers? So a D, as you know, would feel like the two black keys, my fingers between the two black keys. That's what every great sight reader does. They see notes, but immediately translate it into a group of feelings in the fingertips. Like if I see this measure, my immediate response is, how are all those notes going to combine into one overall sensation in the fingertips? And then the second question, how's it going to feel in the arms and the wrists, the joints, to move through this with flow? So you're not tensely just poking buttons, but you're actually moving through with flow. The difference between playing two notes as buttons, like this, and with flow, thumb, pinky. Poking buttons would be like this, like this. But flow would be, I'm just leading with the wrist, letting it flow out like water, right? How would it feel to do that just for this one measure?